So you think you want a JDM sports car from the 90s? You want something under 5K? You looking for something with 2 doors? You looking for something rear-wheel drive? Good, so am I. You might want to stay tuned because I've got the car or cars for you. They're going to be under 5K JDM 90s tuner cars. Actually, a pretty good deal right now. Well, you might be late to the party for the Toyota Supra, Nissan 240SX. Good luck on an S15, Mazda RX-7. Jeez, even the Mazda Miata for that matter. You want a 300ZX? You better stand in line because those prices have been going up. Are you looking for a straight 6? You want a 2JZ? Shit, you want a V8? Got the 1UZ? Let me introduce you to the Lexus SC300 and SC400. This car right now is still actually reasonably priced. And I got 5 reasons why this car is probably the best deal on tuner cars from the 90s right now. The Lexus SC400 debuted model year 1992 and has got your V8 1UZ engine, the same engine that Lexus Toyota used in the LS400, and it's reported that your boys over at Toyota spent over $400 million researching that engine. That's insane. The engine sits behind the front axles, making it a mid-engine rear-wheel drive vehicle. Nice. The SC400 was the Motor Trend Import Car of the Year in 1992. What? It also made Car and Drivers Magazine 10 best list from 92 to 96. Oh my gosh. July of 1992, that is. The SC300, basically the same car. Guess what it had? Oh, I don't know, just the 2JZ GE? Yeah, the same one that Paul Walker pushed into Vin Diesel's garage that was in that Supra in the Fast and the Furious. Go ahead, take another look at it because that's an NA 2J motor in that Supra. And that's what came equipped in the SC300 inline 6 3-liter 2JZ GE. Now this car was produced from 1992 all the way into 2000. So it's got 8, but you know, it's actually like 9 years worth of production. And that's what makes these cars so available right now. So why is this car actually the best tuner car to buy? They're bang for your buck right now and you can actually get them for a reasonable price. I got 5 reasons for you why. Number 1, the quality, not quantity, but the quantity is helping the quality in this point, but the quality of what you can buy for these older vehicles. At this point, a lot of these vehicles from the 90s tuner cars that we love are 30 years old and they've been ran through. Second owner, third owner, fourth owner, fifth owner, people be tearing these cars apart. You know, tuner cars love to get finger tore apart. Most of them are no different. Luckily with this car, you can still get complete cars that really haven't been touched for a very good price that'll give you a great platform to start modifying your car, tuning a car, but do it right. Don't destroy the car. Do it tastefully. Quality of what you can buy makes your money go a little bit further with the SC300 and the SC400. Number 2 on the list, did I mention it's got a fucking 2JZ in it, boys and girls. Straight 6 3-liter 2JZ GE is the same one that was offered in the Toyota Supra non-turbo. Actually makes 5 more horsepower than the one that was offered in the Toyota Supra. Nice. Now the SC300 with the 2JZ did even have a manual transmission option. What? Say what? The 3rd reason on the list you want to buy this car right now, and it's actually a pretty good deal, is the 1UZ, boys and girls. Y'all want to talk about LS swap this, LS swap that. What if I told you the Toyota made an engine, built engine from the factory, already put it in the car, you didn't have to swap anything. It was ready to make a ton of power. Welcome to the 1UZ life. These motors have been known to make upwards of 800 horsepower on stock internals. What? Just know if you get the VVTi engine that comes in the 98 and later models, you might want to upgrade your rods because the VVTi rods are a little bit thinner and been known to snap 4-speed them, probably only good for about 500-600 horsepower. Check with your local tuner for more information. The 1UZ is a great engine, V8 right out the package, rear-wheel drive. Now the 1UZ was never offered with that manual transmission mounted to it from the factory. But don't worry, there's about 5 or 6 different manual transmissions you can mount to it. Collins offers all the adapters, actually pretty reasonable priced, and they even offer a kit if you want a brand new CD009 with the Collins adapter, drive shaft, clutch, flywheel, everything. You can literally just order it from them and it'll show up to your house, to your garage, and you can plug it in just like it was meant to be. Nice! So there's plenty of options for that, and as this whole tuner scene continues to move forward and these cars continue to get older, most of the time the actual decent cars that are left, the complete cars that are left, are the automatic ones. So I see a lot more manual swaps going on right now. So I don't want to hear the reason, oh, it's got an automatic transmission, that's why I don't like it. How many of you 240 boys and 300ZX boys and Honda boys are swapping transmissions all the time? I mean, it is like it's just part of the culture. And this car's no different, and it's badass. Number 4 reason kind of goes off number 2 and 3. Toyota overbuilt this car. They overbuilt this engine. It's got a 2JZ and a 1UZ in it. Those are 2 overbuilt motors that can handle a ton of power right off the bat. Just know if you do get a VVTi version, you might want to throw some new rods in there just so you don't snap them. But you better be making some serious horsepower if you need to think about that. And plus, who doesn't want to say they got a 2JZ or a big old V8 in their import tuner car? I know I do. The Lexus SC car is known to not give a about mileage. Now you can rack it up. These cars are known to have 500,000 miles on them in some instances. Not even bad. These motors were way overbuilt from Toyota, and hey, what? We appreciate you for it. Your car is probably going to fall apart before you break your 1UZ. Number 5, this is basically a Toyota Supra with a Lexus shell. All the suspension components are shared with the Mark IV Supra. A lot of the drivetrain components are shared with the Mark IV Supra on your SC300. So not only can you source parts from Lexus, but you can source a lot of parts from the Mark IV Supra catalog over at Toyota, and you don't have to pay for the inflation price on Lexus stuff. Ask your boys over in the SC community all about that. I see it all the time. Poor man's Toyota Supra, and I'm right there with you. That's 5 reasons why the Lexus SC300 and 400 is really overlooked, but it's a badass car. Now the 1UZ isn't gonna have as much aftermarket support, of course, as the SC300. Thank you, Mark IV Supra, for making that possible. But it's out there. There's plenty of options. You want a supercharger? Boom, gotcha. What kind of supercharger you want? There's multiple different options for superchargers. You want some turbos? Bam! I'll have that turbo V8 on an engine that's known to produce up to 800 horsepower stock. Nice. Go ahead and cop your one before I totally this market up and these cars are not as cheap as they once were. I literally just picked up a complete stock unmolested SC400 July of 2022 for $1,600. Believe me, the deals are out there on this car still. And if you want to get one and you want a manual transmission, buy one on the cheap. Go over to Collins, spend $3,500, $5,000 on a brand new CD009. A complete install kit though, complete adapters, and you'll still be into the car for less than most of these imports are going for. Yeah, I'm looking at you 300ZX. I'm looking at you 240s SX, RX-7s, the whole 9 yards. Even for the top tier specimen of 3000 GT, you're paying big bucks for it. So this car, I mean, you can go right out the gate and have something great, have something complete, have something not ran through, and have something that's going to be a great base project for you. And if you want to make big numbers with it, oh, you can do it. You can do it, all right? Let me know if you like the Lexus SC series that we have going on this channel. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you watched this long. Throw up a couple playlists right now. Our SC project on this channel, where we build and restore a $1,600, the cheapest SC400 I could find. And then some where we shop on Facebook Marketplace and flame some people that are asking way too much for it and see if we can't find a deal while we're at it. I'll see you over there. Peace.